It's time for Northwest Live on KITO, your weekly battle between conservative and progressive views. Time to find out who's right and wrong this week. Here are your hosts, Dr. Ralph Smith and Dwayne Goodday.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's good to hear from you. My name is Reverend David Akins, and we're filling in this morning for Dr. Ralph Smith, and my co-host Bruce Grint is here in studio. We're going to be with you for the next hour, taking your calls.
I hope everybody's got a great morning going.
Sure.
Got a cup of coffee in front of them and can relax and check out the show.
Yeah, we're glad you're tuning in with us today. Mr. Ralph and Dr. Ralph Smith had some things to take care of, and so we are filling in for him this week. We are going to be giving out our in-studio phone numbers here if you'd like to give us a call and receive an intuitive reading, or just maybe you'd like to say hello and tell us about the miracles that have happened in your life. Our in-studio phone number here is 342-6363. Again, that is 342-6363. And they can actually listen live via the internet as well.
Yeah, they can. It's really simple. You just log on to your computer and go to, let me see where it's at, KIDOAM.com. And then when you get on that website, there's a click listen live at 630 KIDO.
Yeah, it's very easy to do.
But this is the Northwest Live Weekend Counseling Connection.
Right.
We're glad to be with you.
Yeah, it's a good thing. You know, it's interesting, this time period that we're in right now. You know, a lot of people may be feeling their emotions a little on the sensitive side, but we are also in a flux of energy going on right now, and so we want to make sure we're paying attention to our choices and not live so reactively. You know, not many people are really paying attention to their thoughts and actions and really taking a lead of removing the fear or negativity that they carry with them. And this really can wreak havoc if we're not careful.
Yeah, I think so many times we grow up living that way, where we just react to so many outside influences instead of maybe staying in more of a spiritual connection with God.
Does make a big difference, I tell you. You know, we got a couple of quick announcements before we get going. I'm going to be hosting a psychic message circle. I believe it's next Friday.
Yeah, the 20th.
The 20th, and that's going to be held over at the Reflection Center in downtown Nampa. And I know we have a few seats available for that. It's a real fun event. I enjoy doing this.
7 o'clock?
Yeah, it starts at 7 o'clock. And if you're interested in attending, you need to give us a call over at the Reflection Center to reserve your seat. Now, our number there is 208-465-3610. Again, that's 208-465-3610. And you'll get your seat there and get all the detailed information you need to have a pleasant and enjoyable experience.
We like it when people call an RSVP for all of our classes, workshops, and events.
You know, last night we were so blessed. I was in a home here in Eagle, and we had a wonderful group of people for a message circle. And I thoroughly enjoyed them. A great group of people.
Bunch of powerhouse people there.
Yeah, very strong and intelligent, very caring people as well. And, you know, I just thoroughly enjoyed it. And I just want to give a special thank you to Denise and her husband for hosting that event. Had a wonderful time. Wonderful time.
It was great.
Yeah. But if you would like to give us a call, our number here for in-studio is 342-6363. And I'll give you the spiritual insights or intuitiveness that I pick up around you. We'll do our best on that one for you. Now, Bruce, I do notice our engineer is telling us we do have several callers online.
Yeah, if you're ready, David, we'll go to our first caller. First one this morning is calling from Boise. This is Christine on line 1. Hi, Christine.
Hello.
Good morning. How are you today?
I'm number 1. Wow, I'm so excited.
Yeah, woo-woo. You've always been number 1 in our book, honey.
It's a beautiful, beautiful day. The sun's up, and I called, and they said hello, and I said, you're kidding. I'm going to be on. So thank you for taking my call, David.
It's a pleasure hearing from you, sweetheart. What can I do for you today?
Well, a couple questions. First of all, hello to Bruce.
Hi, Christine.
Bonnie and I will be going to Disneyland, the happiest place on earth.
Oh, get out of town.
I know we're leaving Friday for spring break, and we just wanted to know if that's going to be a safe trip and if I'm going to be doing okay.
Do you need a chaperone?
Yeah, of course. I would love to take you guys with me.
Oh, that would be loads of fun. You know, as I look into this, actually it's a very pleasant experience. Honey, your energy levels and physically, you should be able to handle this fine. The main thing I would tell you again is just don't, push it. Pace yourself, and take little breaks here and there, and everything should be fine.
Perfect.
Yeah. I like the whole connection here.
Yeah, and I, if I just sit on a bench with one of those balloons and with lemonade and just watch people go by, I'm going to be happy. Cause
Mickey Mouse ears.
Exactly. I'm going to be at Disneyland, so I'm not going to go on rides because right now I'm kind of on a ride myself.
Sure.
So.
Oh, no, I'm with you on that. And yeah, I'm with you on that one, honey. But, I do still strongly connect and feel that as these weeks and months unfold, your health, Christine, is going to continue an upward path of healing for you.
Yes, I believe that too.
Yeah, I strongly do, and we have so many people that are in prayer for you, and your faith, of course, is so strong, sweetie. And I know that God's going to answer these prayers, and you're such a good soul, and you've always given so much to so many.
Well, David, I feel that this is just something I'm walking through, and
Sure.
I feel very fortunate that every day I go to work and I make it through the day. I literally go home and just say thank you. I did that. Sometimes it's not pretty, but but other times it doesn't look half bad.
Sure. But no, and I totally understand where you're coming from, but you're going to do fine. And my challenge with what's going on with your health has always been patience.
Yeah.
But I know in time and in God's will, this is all going to be balanced. But, back to your original question in regards to your trip, loads and loads of fun. And I'm like you. When I used to, I actually worked at Disneyland years and years ago.
Yeah.
And it was a great thing. I loved being in the park during my breaks. And I would just sit there and observe people. Loved it.
Oh, that's
absolutely
a hoot.
loved it.
It's very entertaining.
Oh, it's loads of fun. And Lord knows they've got gazillions of things to look at and shops and exhibits, all kinds of things. But no, the trip's going to go real well, and I like the whole feel of this, honey.
Okay.
I really do.
Okay, very good, very good. The other question I just wanted to know, on a spiritual level, am I on the right path? Am I growing? Am I?
Well, sweetie, that's such a personal question. I do feel that yes, you have a great focus. You are someone who has such deep faith, and you believe in God and Christ, and you have diligently worked not only with study but other areas. And I truly believe you are in the right space.
Okay.
But ultimately, the answer to that question lies within your heart. And you have that sense of comfort.
Yes.
There. And so that answers your question that you are on track. And, our spiritual journeys are so personal and their individual is so different for each person. But you're doing a terrific job.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Christine, for calling in today, sweetie.
You bet, you guys. It's always so wonderful to hear you on the radio. And, David, keep up the good work. You've helped so many people.
Oh, well, God bless you for that.
All right, you take care.
You too.
All right, bye-bye.
Thanks, Christine.
All right, bye, Bruce.
We have an open phone line. But I think we all, when we get home every night, should be thankful. Take those time and do a little appreciation thing and show some gratitude to God.
Oftentimes with human behavior, a lot of people who have a belief system in God or a higher power, regardless of their religious affiliation, oftentimes we find ourselves reaching out to God in prayer when times are troubling or when times are rough. And we often will lose sight to reach out in prayer of gratitude when we are gifted and so many things come our way.
By keeping that gratitude attitude, we have more of a better outlook. We react better with people of the world and situations.
Oh, sure. And people should know that they have the availability to commune with God, to be in prayer and that consciousness 24/7. Regardless of what they're doing.
That's great. I love it.
I love it.
Well, I think we're going to take a short break. We hope if you're wanting to call in, the phone lines are open. 342-6363. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we got callers from Boise and Nampa. We got Crystal and Anita. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Reverend David Akins, and I'm filling in for Dr. Ralph Smith today. And you tuned into the Reflections Show, and my co-host Bruce Grint is in studio.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, it's a terrific day, and I'll be glad when it gets a little bit warmer, I tell you.
Yeah, I know. I've been anticipating spring for some time. Come on, spring.
If you'd like to receive an intuitive or psychic reading today, or perhaps you'd like to tell us about the miracles that have happened in your life, give us a call here in the studio, 342-6363. And I know we have our lines all tied up here, but who do we have up next?
Yeah, their lines are full. Crystal from Boise is our next caller. She's calling on line 2 this morning. Hi, Crystal.
Hello, how are you?
Good morning. How are you today?
Good, thank you.
Thanks for calling.
Letting me call.
Yeah, it's a great thing. You know, you have a lot of strength with you in this lifetime. You're very intelligent. You have a lot of new opportunity around you, new projects, new directions. This is a year that can hold a lot of freedom for you, Crystal. And the main thing is to keep yourself well-paced and try not to allow frustration or stress to build up too much with you.
Okay.
Okay. And can I ask you a question? Is there an anticipation of a new baby around you or close to you in your life?
Not anytime soon.
Okay, so there's no family members or real close friends that have recently announced that they're pregnant?
I have a friend who's pregnant.
Okay. I just saw you around a new baby coming up as well. So what kind of questions, or what can I do for you today, Crystal? I
just have a question regarding my health. Am I making the right decisions regarding my health and medical treatment?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I like the diversity of choice that you've made. I also like the fact that you're taking a very active role in your areas of health.
Okay.
It shows a lot of wisdom on your part as well. And the nice thing, as I go through the vibration of your health issues, I do find that, oh my goodness, you should really feel like you're back on track over the next 3 months.
Okay.
You know, and I don't see you reverting back to this time period anytime soon.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a real good thing, and so just keep the faith going, and get as many people to keep you on their prayer list as possible.
All right.
Makes a big difference. Crystal, thank you so much for calling in today, sweetie.
Thanks. Have a good day.
God bless.
Thanks, Crystal. I think there's people praying for her already. I thank those people. We have an open phone line. If you'd like to call in the studio, 342-6363. We'll get you in. You can have a reading with David. Our next caller is from Nampa, line 3. This is Anita calling this morning. Anita, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you today, honey?
I'm fine. How are you?
Doing well. Thanks for calling our show. What can we do for you today, Anita?
Well, I've got a couple questions. One's more personal, and then the other one's more global.
Oh, okay.
First one is in regards to a relationship I've been in for about 7 years. It's gone a bit flatline.
That's an understatement. Mm-hmm.
And just trying to decide whether it's a salvageable relationship or if there's outer influences that are causing it to deteriorate.
Sure, I appreciate that. You know, Anita, you've analyzed this obviously from every possible angle. You know, it's interesting in this relationship that you have going. I feel that you have almost in some form been trying to protect and guide this relationship for quite a few years.
Correct.
And I also feel that you've had to have, you know, a pretty high level of tolerance and understanding during this time period of these 7 years.
Yes.
This is, again, a reflection of the depth of love you have, your hope, and you are by nature somebody who, you know, likes to help and fix and correct situations. As I move forward into the vibration of this relationship challenges that you're in, I do find that getting this relationship back on track is going to be rather difficult. Not impossible, but difficult. The one thing that you need to bear in mind that if you choose and your spouse to work things through and get back on track, it won't be like it was before. You know, you are someone who has a hard time letting go of old memories. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Forgiveness you do, but the memories are still there. Very human of us. But you definitely have your work cut out for you. Now, in reference to outside influences, yeah, there are some. Yeah, I agree. But what's interesting the ultimate choices, decisions, and actions in regards to what's going on, you have to give a lot of the responsibility to your spouse.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
This is not someone who's just a victim or a puppet who, is guided everywhere. So be real wise. And one little side comment here, Anita. Don't forget that you're a catch, honey. You bring a lot to a relationship.
Okay.
You really do. But on an intuitive level, again, I do feel that you've got a kind of a rough road ahead of you in reference to trying to get this back on track.
All right.
Okay. Now, what was your other question?
Well, the other question is, I'm a little bit anxious about the state of the country, and I feel that I need to be somewhat of a patriot.
Of course.
And am I going on the right way as far as that goes?
You know what? I don't feel it's incorrect. I like the fact that you're conscious of this, and I like the fact that you're choosing to take action. That's what's important here. Being a patriot, it is something that I believe all of us need to consider embracing and taking action to some degree. I like the fact that you, again, are, on top of things and trying to do what you can effort-wise. I have had I do a lot of consulting in business and certain areas of economics for clients over the years. And, I do feel that our state of economy is going to be, pretty much where we are now for quite some time. I do see a reprieve of some degree during our second quarter of 2010. But yeah, I'm with you on this one. I like when the president said, we can't afford to have any idle hands.
Correct.
And again, I three cheers for you that you are making decision and, trying to get yourself into that sense of direction and balance with all of this. And you're right on track. And again, I need to reiterate, Anita, that you're a smart person. You're sharp, you got good instincts, and you just need to hold on to those and run with it.
Okay.
Yeah, you're cool. Thank you so much for listening today and for calling in.
Thank you.
I appreciate it so much, Anita. God bless.
God bless. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Anita. We have an open phone line. You can reach us 208-342-6363 if you'd like to have a reading with David this morning. David, we'll go to our next caller on line 1. This is from Meridian. Hi, Sherry. How are you? Sherry?
Do we still have Sherry with us on
Line 1?
Good morning.
Oh, hi. How are you today?
I'm good.
Well, you sure are.
That's good to know.
That's a good thing. You have a lot of warmth in your vibration. I like your humanitarian vibe and your compassion area. You can be a very loving person. You want to make sure that you keep yourself, really well-paced in 2009, because this is a year that offers a lot of freedom for you. And you have a lot of projects around you this year. Main thing is try not to, take a 4-hour project and squeeze it in a half-hour time slot. Okay? But you are a very loving soul. What would you like to focus on today, Miss Sherry? What can I do for you?
Just wondering about my career and what's going on with my job and where I'm going to be.
Sure. As you are aware of, you have a lot of changes around career and jobs with you this year. The main thing is not to allow yourself to develop fear or concern. You've had career changes in your past, and you will be fine in the long run. I do know, the May time period of 2009 brings in very strong changes with work and ultimate positive outcomes for you. You are not someone who's going to be unemployed for a long time.
But I will be unemployed for a while?
A little while, not much. I honestly anticipate a few days, week at best. Okay? But I like the surge of positiveness that I feel in May. But with employment, Sherry, you're very employable. You've got a good head on your shoulders, and you've got some great experience there. The main thing is just keep plugging away and moving out there with getting yourself, in those positions of interviews, and you're going to be fine.
So So do you see the job market in this area opening up?
There is in certain sectors in the local area will open up. Unfortunately, honey, not only here in the Treasure Valley, but throughout the country, we have other sectors that are just being beaten to death, unfortunately, and it is affecting, obviously, employment. But I do know that you have the energy connected to healthy employment as you move forward. You know, a little side comment here. I have been encouraging people for the last year and a half or so to start developing a second or even third stream of income that is separate from our regular career, and not so much keep all of our eggs in one basket. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So food for thought on that one. But I do know that you have, what is today's day? By next Friday, you have extremely good news coming towards you in reference to employment.
Oh, good.
Yeah, really good news. So I'm real pleased about that. Again, you know, just get out there, use all the resources you have available, and newspapers, internets, headhunters, whatever's appropriate for you. And I just like the connection with all of that, and you should be fine. Can I ask you a question? Who's Riley?
I have no idea.
Keep the name Riley in mind. It's a real positive connection for you. And it is connected, by the way, to finances, employment, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
All right?
Do you see the company I work for making it through these times?
You know, they are going to make it through, but it's going to be a tough road for them.
Okay.
You know, and they have got to be quite honest with you, some of the upper management is just sick to themselves about having to let people go. They're having, you know, that's hard on them, and but they need to do what they need to do to keep themselves surviving, and they will pick this up again, and this company will get back on track.
Good.
It's going to take time. Sherry, is there anything else I can touch on for you today, sweetie?
No, thank you very much.
You know, it's been a pleasure you calling in today, and I do appreciate you tuning in. You have a wonderful afternoon.
Thank you, David. You too.
Take care, Sherry.
Bye.
Thanks, Sherry. We have an open phone line. You can call in, 342-6363. Of course, if any of you'd like to book a private session with David at the Reflection Center, you can call our office and set up an appointment time for a half-hour reading. Our phone number in Nampa, area code 208-465-3610.
And don't forget about that upcoming message circle that I'll be hosting next Friday,
yes,
on the 20th at 7 o'clock over at the Reflection Center.
Give us a call on that one, too. We are going to take a break. When we come back, we got Tammy and Todd, both callers from Boise.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for tuning in with us today. My name's Reverend David Akins, and I'm filling in for the Dr. Ralph Smith from Northwest Live Weekend Counseling Connection. Ralph's out of town and asked us to fill in today, and I do appreciate that. I hope he's doing well. Now, we're taking your calls if you are interested in receiving an intuitive reading, want some insight on some stuff. Perhaps maybe you want to share your miracles with us. Our in-studio phone number is...
Fun number?
It's a fun number, too. Loads of fun. 342-6363. Again, that is 342-6363. Now, I know we still have a few more callers online.
Yes, we do.
Why don't we go ahead and just dive right on into that, Bruce?
Very good. Our next caller is from Boise. This is Tammy calling line 2. Good morning, Tammy. Glad you could join us.
Hi, Tammy. How are you today, honey?
I'm doing fabulous.
You sure are. What can I do for you?
I was just calling to find out my current relationship. I was kind of curious where it's going to go.
Are you at liberty to mention this person's first name or give me their first initial?
Jay?
You know, I like the feel of your relationship, actually. I like the potential here, but you've definitely picked out someone who's got challenges with you.
Okay.
You know, this is not just one of those roll over, lay down type relationships, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But you need a little bit of zeal, a little zest, a little bit of a challenge on occasion, you know what I mean?
Yes.
But I like the feel for this. You actually have a lot of potential for long term. You know, I don't know why I'm going to insert this, but I don't believe honesty is going to be an issue here.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I feel there's going to be a nice flow of honesty between the both of you.
Great. That's fabulous.
Yeah, I love it. Now, let me ask you a question. Is this a relatively new relationship, but you have known this person for some time?
Yes.
Yeah, I like the feel of this. You know, again, take your time. You know, there's no... rush here. There's no deadline. There's no, I've got to have this accomplished. I've got to have this accomplished, by certain timelines. So allow yourselves to grow and to move forward together. But I do like the feel of this, though, all the way around, Tammy.
Awesome. That's great.
Yeah, it's very cool. Now, the other thing, too, the minute you said hello, I was really connected to the fact that you normally have high energy levels. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You're very quick-witted, you can be charming, and you also have that real strong, hard-working side of yourself, which I appreciate. But you do need to be careful of allowing this nervousness or stress to kind of build up or perpetuate with you.
Okay.
So you want to be real careful of that as you move forward. So make sure you got a nice, program of either daily meditation or, massage therapy. And there's so many different things that one can do to release those type of energies.
I'm working on it.
Good. Yeah, you're going to be fine. You're a wonderful person. I like the feel of who you are. One thing when I tapped into your energy, Tammy, I like the fact that you're direct. I like the fact that there's really no hidden agendas with you. You know what I mean?
Okay.
What you see is what you get, and I love that. It's a good thing. You have a very caring nature. Anything else I can touch on for you today, Tammy?
My two sons have challenges right now, and I want to know if they're going to succeed with these.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question? Is one of the challenges dealing with legal things?
No.
You need to be on top of that with whoever. How old are these kids?
23 and 25.
And neither one of them are dealing with legal documents or contracts or anything of that nature?
Not at this point.
Huh. Overall, I like the guys. I mean, they're good people, but your sons are very different from one another.
That's true. Very,
very different. And I do feel the challenging cycle around one of them is probably going to last another 4 or 5 months.
Okay.
Before it mellows out. The other one should find things, getting back on track before the end of March.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're very fortunate to have such support and love from you. And I'm glad you're honest with them. They need it.
Good.
Yeah, it's a good thing. So you've got a lot of golden stars on that corner, definitely.
Great.
Tammy, again, thank you so much for calling in today, sweetie.
Thank you so very much.
You take care. God bless and have a good day.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
We have an open phone line. If you'd like to call in, right now's the time to do it. 342-6363. David, our next caller is also out of Boise. Today, this is Todd, calling line 3. Hi, Todd.
Hi, how are you?
It's good to hear from you, Todd. My
Turn
goodness.
down your radio.
What is that noise?
Turn down your radio.
Oh, is that the radio?
How about now?
That's better. You know what I thought that was, Todd? I thought
aliens.
I thought he was leaving the restroom.
Oh.
We got the final, flush there. Well, thanks for calling in today, Todd. What can I do for you?
Well, I had a couple of small questions for you.
Sure.
You told me once in a reading that I would have a romance with a woman with beautiful hair.
Okay.
What color?
Oh, my goodness. Hold on a minute.
Chartreuse?
Sure. No, actually, I was going to make a joke and say that she show up bald. You know what I mean? What I'm drawn to is multicolored hair. I see lots of browns in this hair, but there could be red highlights as well. Okay.
Would maybe the name start with a K?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Really?
Oh, yeah. You got a lot of potential with that. Oh, my goodness. You know what's interesting, too? Oh, well, this will be... Well, Todd, I guess when it rains, it pours. You know what's interesting? As we're into this area of your life, I'm being shown right now in 2009 that you have a strong possibility of having to choose between two different people.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah, well, that's why I said when it rains, it pours, But I do know this, Todd. You're an honorable man, and you've got great intent, and I do know that you will be able to make a very strong, correct choice in regards to relationship as you move forward. One other thing I want to touch on quickly, if I could, in regards to work, you should feel really well-paced in work in 2009.
So job security is there?
For the most part, but what I like about it is that you have a very comfortable and optimistic feel around work for yourself.
Yeah, I do.
I love that. That is just a great Great state of mind to be in.
Yeah, I like my job. I like getting up and I like going to work.
Yeah, me too. I love the feel of what you're doing with all of this. And this, by the way, helps with, our manifestation as we move forward, and it taps into our hope and our faith and all that. But this feel you have with you throughout the entire year of 2009. And so I'm real pleased about that for you, Todd.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's well earned. You're putting a lot of yourself into that. So I'm really, really pleased. You are definitely going to be busy. I like that as well.
Okay, good.
Anything else I can touch on for you today?
Yes. My grandparents are getting up in years. They both have their separate health issues.
Oh, I'm sure.
One more than the other.
I'm sure.
How much time have we got left?
Oh, my. Gosh, I don't know if I can tap into that. Let me see. All I can tell you, one thing I can tell you for sure that I'm seeing at this point, it does appear that your grandmother will probably leave before your grandfather will.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we talking weeks, months?
Well, I'll tell you what I do know. One of them has a very strong possibility of making their transition in 2009.
Okay.
All right. The main thing is, as you and I both know, Todd, I mean, none of us are guaranteed tomorrow.
Right.
Our opportunities to live in the moment and to love now. And so leave no stone unturned. You've got great grandparents. You really do. They're wonderful people.
Yes, they are.
And they love you deeply and the rest of their family. So, don't have any wasted time there, and just appreciate all that wisdom and love and all that great interaction that you have there.
Thank you very much.
It was a pleasure having you call in today, and thanks for tuning in. God bless.
Thanks. Have a good morning.
Thank you. You as well.
Thank you for calling, Todd. We have some more callers, David, and I'll give out that phone number if you'd like to get a chance to call in right now. 342-6363. Of course, that's area code 208. David, our next caller, before we go to break, is calling from Boise. This is Rebecca, line 1. Hi, Rebecca.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you, honey?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing real well. Thanks for asking. So what's going on? What could I help you with?
Well, my husband and I have one child, and I have a strong desire to have another one.
Oh, great.
And he doesn't have the same desire, so I just want to know if it's something that will work out so that we do have another child, or if it's something I should lay off and,
Sure, I appreciate that. What's your husband's first name?
His name's Ben.
No, you guys are definitely going to be blessed with another child.
Yay.
Oh, definitely. You both have very healthy vibrations, healthy attitude and emotional state in reference to parenting. I feel a lot of joyfulness connected to this whole area with you. And so, it's just terrific. I'll tell you this, though. I think you have a high possibility of ending up with both. Is your first one a boy?
Yes.
Because I feel like your second one could possibly be a boy as well.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, there's a strong possibility you can end up with the same gender. But bottom line is, boy or girl, as long as they're healthy, you're going to love this kid.
Can you tell if he'll be healthy?
Oh, gosh, you're so breaking up. Are you on a cell phone driving around or something?
Yes.
Okay, try to reword that question again.
I just wondered if he would be healthy.
Yeah. Oh, I don't feel any. That was just a comment I made, honey. But I don't feel any health problems at all with your children. No, not at all. You're going to do well, and that's why I said my comment was, regardless of whether it was male or female, you would just be happy that the child's healthy and you'll love it. But overall, at this point, I'm almost going to say, it looks like another boy, and the health of the children are just terrific. And by the way, odds are really, really high. You will be pregnant in 2009.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely feeling the potential of being pregnant during the time of September, month of September.
Huh.
Okay. So I don't know what you guys have been planning or what, you're doing here, but overall, bottom line is, there's a second child coming. It's going to be a great addition to your family. And you and your husband are going to do terrific as parents.
Great.
Yeah. Anything else I can touch on for you today, Rebecca?
Well, we have a house that we've been looking at, and we have been going back and forth trying to decide if we should sell our house and take on a bigger house.
Sure.
The economy and everything.
Right.
Is that something you see?
I don't feel it's a bad move for you. Obviously, you want to use some logic here. Sit down, you and your husband, with your accountant or whoever, and really just sit down and really crunch those numbers. That's what it's going to boil down to, is the logic of crunching those numbers. But as you, I'm sure, are aware of, this is a great time to purchase homes. It's a great time for people who want to, step up into perhaps a larger square footage or better amenities in homes. On the other side of it, again, as you know, it's a challenge to sell. I don't think it's a bad move for you and your husband, but, you don't want to go from $800 a month payments to, $5,000 a month payments. I mean, my gosh, you want to have some logic there. But I don't think it's a bad idea for you guys to look at some new properties and at least start the negotiation process.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a great time for you guys. But again, it's going to boil down to crunching those numbers. Rebecca, thank you so much for calling in today, sweetie.
Thank you.
God bless.
We have an open phone line. We're going to take a break.
Welcome back to the show. You're tuned in to Northwest Live Weekend Counseling Connection with Dr. Ralph Smith. My name is Reverend David Akins. We're filling in for Dr. Smith today with the Reflection Show. Now, normally we're the first Saturday of every month, and we'll be taking a few more calls today before the end of the show, but we normally take that 11 to 12 o'clock slot the first Saturday of each month, and so write that down. And the other cool thing, not only can you listen live, over the airwaves, but you can also tune in to our show and listen via the internet. And it's a great thing to listen to that show.
Yeah, it's great,
live.
especially if you've got friends or loved ones out of the area.
Sure.
That you want to turn them on to the show. They can always just click onto the website and listen to it.
They just go to www.kidoam.com, and once you get to that page, there's going to be a little icon that says Listen Live 63 KIDO. Well, I do know, Bruce, we have several more callers lined up.
Phone lines are full.
Oh, sure. So why don't we go ahead and go to some of those callers.
Next caller's on line 2, calling from Nampa this morning. This is Shelley calling. Hi, Shelley.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Doing good, honey. What can we do for you today?
Yeah, I was just wondering what you see around me in general, and specifically, my son and daughter-in-law have been trying to have another baby. Do you see them conceiving anytime soon?
Woo-woo. That's a good thing. I'll tell you this, they shouldn't have any trouble in regards to that. That's interesting. You know what? They will conceive in 2009.
Okay.
That's interesting. What are do they have twins on either side of the family?
Yeah.
Because I'm getting a twin thing coming through.
Woo-woo.
He'd be so excited.
Oh, how sweet. But a real high possibility of twins. The only other thing this possibly can connect to is the baby would be a Gemini. But, again, you'd have to, just go through, count the months to that. And I don't know what, their signs are and all that. But, very healthy, good connections. I like the vibration. And, again, they conceive in 2009. But there goes again. I would not be surprised, Shelley, that this could be twins.
Oh, that'd be exciting.
Yeah, that's and how old is their little girl right now?
She'll be 3 at the end of the month.
Terrific. This falls into perfect timing. It all lines up for them.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, it all lines up, so I'm real pleased about that.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's a good thing. What else can I touch on for you today, Sadie?
Anything around me? Not pregnant-wise.
Yep.
Lord knows I don't want to go there.
Yeah, really, I hear that.
Exactly.
Yeah, tell me. What I find interesting, your schedule for the rest. Well, I don't know why I'm doing this seasonally, but your schedule for spring and summer is actually very well manageable for you. You're going to consider it, for the most part, really well paced. Now, as I know, you love to do gardening and work with plants and all that as well. Mm-hmm. What I did have pop up that I thought was rather cute, I kind of chuckled at it. I did see you out at your place doing some yard work, and while you were doing the yard work, you were talking to yourself, complaining about some stress you had to deal with from other people. But you work through it beautifully. I do know that you have recognition coming to you through work in 2010 as well, by the way. I meant to mention that to you. Yeah, so there's, I don't know if this is, I don't know.
I drive them crazy.
Employee of the year?
Yeah, really, driver. Yeah, you win the crazy award. No, but it has something to do with recognition for a job well done. And I don't know how they go about doing that with your work, but it's definitely connected, and I like it.
Oh, good. As long as it's not a Purple Heart, we're good.
Yeah, thank you. Ooh, yeah, let's go there. But, you know, honey, I love the whole feel of this. You know, what's interesting is as I move forward in the spring and summer months with you, I do find that your sensitivity levels have a tendency to be heightened a bit. And I see you in contemplation mode. And I also see you contemplating direction and decision that you're going to seriously look into that you've thought of before but kind of put on the back burner over the last few years. Mm-hmm. And I wouldn't be surprised that that would come to the forefront with you. And the other thing I like about this vibration you're in for March and parts of April, you have such a sense of deep appreciation for the relationships you have in your life, your friends, family, and others. And that's something that just touches you deeply. It's very personal, and I just love it. So it's good stuff. Overall, you know, my thing is it feels very well paced, and I don't see anything terribly difficult coming your way at this point.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure hearing from you, sweetie.
You too.
You take care. God bless.
Thanks for calling, Shelley. Let's go to our next caller. We got a few minutes before we have the top of the hour and the end of our show. Let's go to Vicky, line 3, calling from Boise today. Hi, Vicky.
Hello.
How are you?
Well, that's what I'm calling you about, I guess.
Yeah?
The blessing of incremental healing after how many years has been going on.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And which was kind of funny because the doctor even asked me yesterday how long I've been doing this job, and I said more than 25 years, and he laughed, and I didn't know if that was good or bad.
Sure. You know, no, he actually took that from a joyful perspective. He was pleased.
Okay.
He was pleased. You know, you have a lot of fullness and a lot more peacefulness in 2009. In fact, Vicky, you very well may notice that you feel more free, because you know that sense of almost being held back you've experienced off and on?
Uh-huh.
You're not going to have that around you for the rest of this year at all, or in 2010.
So that includes being released from all this pain and these issues?
I tell you this, the bulk of them, yes.
Okay.
A good portion of it, safely 80%. It's going to come to a point of comfortable manageability for you.
Cool.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And that's a great thing for you. It really is. You know, I like the fact that you've consciously put a lot of work, not only in regards to your spiritual journey, but into your area of health. And it's going to reap the rewards that you have been hoping.
Okay.
So breathe easy, my friend, and allow this to continue to flow, continue the path that you're on, and things are going to come about in a very pleasant way for you.
Hallelujah, amen. Thank you very much.
It was just a pleasure talking to you, sweetie. I'll keep you in my prayers.
Okay, thank you.
God bless, Vicky. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for calling, Vicky. David, we got another caller. This is also from Boise. Dave on line 1. Good morning, Dave. I'm glad you could join us.
Good morning. Hello?
Hi, how are you?
Doing well, thank you. What can we do for you today, Dave?
I just kind of want to know what my year coming up business is going to be like.
In business?
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I going to be struggling through this year as well, or is it going to look better?
You know what? There is some struggle there, David, but I wouldn't call it as heavy struggle as I would last year. It's just more positive this year. The main thing is that you have more continuity and a more flowy energy around work. So it's not, if I was to do a scale of 1 to 10, last year being a 9, being real rough, this year it shouldn't be more than a 5.
Okay, but it is going to be better.
Oh, all the way around. You should have already noticed that already.
I have, actually.
Yeah, because there's a much more comfortable ease about you. So my thing is, take it with a grain of salt, move forward, do what you need to do, hold on to your logic, keep yourself dedicated. You're a great worker. I mean, you put a lot into your career, and it will reap the rewards.
Okay, well, thank you.
Oh, it was a pleasure, David. Thank you so much for tuning in today.
You bet. Bye.
God bless.
Thanks, Dave. Our next caller, line 2 from Boise. This is Marie. Hi, Marie. Good morning.
Hey.
Good morning,
Hey,
Marie.
how are you?
Doing well, honey. What can I do for you today?
Well, I was in a terrible accident a few months ago, and I just wondered what you see for me coming up.
Well, thank God you were protected.
Absolutely. I should have died.
Oh, it's amazing, those miracles. Yeah. You know, my thing is, I feel a sense of newness around you. very new energy. It's almost like that sense of spring. You know what I mean?
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, and you'll feel that you'll notice your stress is much lower. You don't feel nearly as tense or concerned as I move forward in 2009 for you. It is a year that offers deep appreciation, lots of self-revelation, and a sense of peace.
Oh.
And I like that.
I like that.
I'm just very well earned. You know, you're a good soul. You really have lovely vibrations, and you know you have such a lovingness about you, honey. I'm real pleased.
Do you see a new occupation for me?
You know, occupation-wise, tomato, tomato. You know, my thing is that if you move forward on this, that should not be a major issue for you. It's a matter of decision and choice, and it should click right in. Okay?
Do you see my pain getting better, my health getting better?
The whole thing is going to get a lot better because you still have to move forward with the therapies and what you're doing, and meditation is going to help you a tremendous amount. Okay, honey?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much for calling in. I just want to thank everyone for helping us today, and to remind everyone, next week's Northwest Live weekend, Dr. Ralph Smith will be back on the air, and they're going to be doing a review of President Obama's performance.
Oh, wait, cool.
Yeah.
I hope Dr. Ralph had a safe trip and he gets back okay.
Oh, I do too. And I want to thank all of our listeners and our callers today for tuning in and for calling in. Keep in mind, if you would like to attend our message circle, give us a call.